Welcome to another broadcast of the season of Panther basketball. I am Luke Marks, and I will be bringing you all of today's exciting Panther action. Thank you for joining us for Panther basketball on OCA Media Sports. OCA Media would like to welcome our scoreboard sponsor, Toro Horse Insurance, specializing in personal, business, and life insurance, locally owned since 1978. I am Luke Marks here, doing a little solo broadcasting today from Oregon High School, and the Panthers take on the Greenfield Hawks in their next non-conference matchup of the season. Panthers come in at 1-1 after a tough loss on Wednesday night against the Stoughton Vikings. If you remember that one, Vikings led by a lot at halftime. Panthers kind of closed the gap down to a one-point game, and the Vikings kind of ran back out to a lead and ended the game in I think it was 3 or 4 point game, but the Vikings kind of controlled for most of that one. Panthers will get set here for action against the Greenfield Hawks. Of course, Greenfield came quite a long ways to get here to Oregon to play the Panthers. See Evan Miles and see if he can continue from his showing on Wednesday. He did pretty well in that one. See if Casey Schenecker can start to bring things back up after a little bit of a slow outing against Stoughton. Of course, you have Quentin Bush, who showed out in that one. 4 threes, about 15 points for Quentin. See if he can continue his hot streak, if you want to call it that, against Greenfield. For Greenfield, you do have, of course, 6'3" senior Giovanni Blackman, 6'6" sophomore Marcus Sanders, 6'5", 11th grader Tanner Phelps, 6'7" senior Camden Marshall, 6'3" sophomore Mason Stieber Pinter, 6'4" sophomore Braden Seidler. And you got a lot of guys who are on the lower side of 6 foot and a couple guys who are under that range. So quite a lot of height coming from this Greenfield Hawks team. And, that's what the Panthers do best is play with their height. We have Jack Rolsey, Casey Schenecker, and Braden Hermsdorf, all three of which are 6'5" or taller. So, 6'4" or taller. So, should be pretty good for the Panthers. We'll see how they can do against those big guys on Greenfield. About 7 minutes till we get into the action here from Oregon High School. And, we'll step away here for a minute and go to silence while we wait for this one to get closer to action. Back again at Oregon High School. Once again, I am Luke Marks bringing you this Panther action against the Greenfield Hawks. About 2 minutes now till we get closer to the action. And, you know, Panthers once again battling, coming off of a loss against the rival Stoughton Vikings from Wednesday night. They come into this one looking to rebound from that. They'll have, of course, players who contributed big in that game, Evan Miles and Quentin Bush, along with the other guys who will look to get back into their, you know, start this season off now is Casey Schenecker trying to battle for the Conference Player of the Year and all-conference first-team spot. You have Jack Rolsey, who's trying to make a name for himself in this conference, and, of course, Billy McCorkle, your other starter, who has started off this season somewhat slow, but now will look to get things off on the right foot against Greenfield here. Clock down to 1:40 before we get going into this one. Of course, head coach Chris Siebert for the Panthers going up against head coach Ryan DePau for Greenfield. Greenfield's also coached by assistant Jake Johansson, Ben Fullersh, Pat Morgeese. Then for the Panthers, of course, obviously I already said head coach Chris Siebert. You have assistant Spencer Barn, Taylor Yan, Noah Beck, Jerry Karstensen, Dan Steen, Brandon Blanke. Looks like tonight on the sideline for the Panthers, we're going to have Siebert, we're going to have Spencer Barnes, we're going to have Taylor Yan, Dan Steen, and Brandon Blanke to coach the Panthers. Under a minute now until we get this one going from Oregon High School. Again, it's the Greenfield Hawks and the Oregon Panthers from Oregon High School in this Saturday afternoon matchup in the non-conference of the WIAA Division I. Panthers, of course, making the move up to Division I after being eliminated in the sectional final last year of Division II by the Westosha Central Falcons. Panthers now will head over to the bench to get readily equipped before we get into this one. You see Greenfield doing the same. Students starting to file in on this Saturday afternoon. Another Saturday afternoon last weekend against Bigfoot. We didn't have a stream for you in that one. The gym wasn't exactly packed, just I would say like it isn't today, but you know, good to see the fans showing support for the Panthers anyway. And now I will pass it over to our PA announcer from Oregon High School
for today's non-conference basketball matchup. Please welcome our visitors, the Greenfield Hawks, and your Oregon Panthers. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, to honor America, would you please rise, remove your caps, and join in singing our national anthem. Greenfield High School and Oregon High School and the WIAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Please join me in thanking this afternoon's officials, Tim Shaw, Jeremy Kautza, and Tim Polson. We appreciate everything you do so that our student athletes can participate in high school athletics. And now here are your starting lineups. First, for the visitors from Greenfield, a senior, number 1, Giovanni Blackman. A senior, number 5, Anthony Carter. A sophomore, number 10, Dair Abdullahi. A senior, number 13, Dasan Reed. A junior, number 15, Tanner Phelps. And now for your Oregon Panthers. A senior, number 5, Billy McCorkle. A senior, number 12, Evan Miles. A junior, number 14, Caden Diaz. Senior, number 30, Casey Schenecker. Senior, number 34, Jack Rolsey. On behalf of Oregon Athletic Director Brittany Spencer Grant, good luck to all coaches and competitors. We hope everyone will enjoy today's event in the spirit of positive sportsmanship.
Well, it's about that time we get things going here on a Saturday from Oregon High School. It is the Panthers and the Hawks. On OCA Media, I am Luke Marks bringing you all of the action once again. It'll be the same starting 5 for the Panthers as we've seen all season long. You just heard the starting 5 for the Hawks. It'll be Casey Schenecker jumping with Tanner Phelps. Tip is away, and Miles secures for the Panthers. They'll start Schenecker quickly into the lane with the left off bottom of the backboard, no good. Greenfield quickly back up the court, looking to get quickly into an offensive possession. Caden Diaz will guard on the outside, into the lane, and a reach will go against Diaz. That looked like number 1, Giovanni Blackman, who was guarded by Diaz on that possession. It'll be Greenfield ball under the basket as they will get into the offensive set. They go outside their number 5, Anthony Carter. He works inside a corner. 3 look is good. That's number 10, Dair Abdullahi, the sophomore.
Abdullahi for 2.
Here's Jack Rolsey at the right wing. Good defense play by the Hawks. They go left corner. Here's Casey Schenecker. Inside, it's Billy McCorkle. McCorkle's got a good look there. Instead, dribbles back inside, goes to Diaz. The swing to Rolsey, good head fake. He's going inside, spins. Miles able to keep the loose ball. Schenecker corner 3 look is good. Casey Schenecker buries the 3.
Schenecker for 3.
Keeping pace with the Hawks on that one is Casey Schenecker. Here is Abdullahi. The switch is made. Now they swing left. Schenecker defends back outside Abdullahi. He works inside with the left hand. That one is flipped up and good. Good finish by Dair Abdullahi. It is McCorkle, left wing. They go inside to Rolsey. He's able to control the loose ball. A little bit of a miscommunication, but the long arms of Casey Schenecker able to grab that one, but a steal goes to the Greenfield Hawks. Up the court they come. Good pass from Abdullahi in to Giovanni Blackman, and the Hawks are up to 7-3 lead. Schenecker back up the court for the Panthers. They get into the offensive possession. It's McCorkle. He goes to Rolsey. Jack Rolsey looking to find a pass. He goes to handoff Evan Miles. Miles working inside. Good pass to the corner. It's Diaz. His 3 is good. Junior Caden Diaz, his first points of the night on a 3 from the right corner. One of the best pure shooters on this team gives the Panthers a bucket. Good look from 3 there is no good. Miles goes to the ground, and that one will probably be a jump ball. No, loose ball. Corralled by Greenfield, and the layup is good.
Reed
That's Dasan Reed, the senior. Here is Schenecker. Hands off to Rolsey. Jack working right. Goes to Diaz. His 3 again. No good, short, front rim. Here comes Reed for the Hawks. He works left, down inside at the block. His layup no good. The kick outside to Giovanni Blackman. Long on the 3, an air ball. Greenfield able to save it. The layup is good there. Another good finish from Dahir Abdullahi. The sophomore from Greenfield giving the Panthers trouble early. Schenecker gets stuck in the corner, out of bounds. That'll go off of number 13, Desan Reed.
Subs are in for Oregon.
It'll stay with the Panthers. 3 subs for the Panthers. It's Quentin Bush, Eric Patterson, and Braden Hermsdorf. Diaz, McCorkle, and Rulsey will take a seat. Bush will inbound for the Panthers. He's guarded by Blackman. Schenecker receives the inbounds pass. He goes to Miles at the logo. Here's Quentin Bush, lighted up from 3 the other night. Now Hermsdorf top of the key. Panthers will swing left. It's Miles. Thought about the 3. No. Goes inside. Head fake and a foul. It's going to go against Greenfield. One will stay with the Panthers now. Under the basket, it'll be Schenecker to inbounds. Panthers go with a box look, 2 at the block, 2 at the elbow. Screens are set. They go to Hermsdorf. He's working inside. The layup is good. Braden Hermsdorf working on Tanner Phelps. Up the court quickly, it's Greenfield again. Their layup no good, but a foul. That's going to send Anthony Carter to the line, shooting 2. Believe they got Hermsdorf on the foul there, the freshman phenom for the Panthers. 3-point Greenfield lead with Anthony Carter shooting 2. First from Carter is good. Into the game, it's Elijah Ferguson. He checks in for number 1, Giovanni Blackman. Blackman will take a seat for the first time in this one. Now it's Carter's second free throw from the line, looking to give Greenfield a 5-point lead. That one is going to go through. Greenfield into the press. They go to Evan Miles. He's got Dahir Abdullahi all over him. Miles able to break the press, get above half court. Panthers into the offense. It's Schenecker. He goes baseline. Tries to find Hermsdorf on the pass, but it goes through his hands. Now thrown over the head of Quentin Bush, out of bounds. Patterson on the turnover. It'll be Greenfield basketball. Timeout, Oregon. With 14:25 to go in the first half, it is the Greenfield Hawks leading the Oregon Panthers by 5 on OCA Media from Oregon High School. Well, good start from the Hawks. Quickly on the offense, on offense, they're all over the court. Panthers got to have to keep up with the speed. Dahir Abdullahi specifically making some extremely tough looks look easy. And I'd like to say that OCA Media broadcasts throughout Dane County. Get your business known as a proud sponsor of programs like this. Check out our website for more information at ocamedia.com. Panthers now break it down. It will be the same 5 out of the court. Bush, Hermsdorf, Schenecker, Patterson, Evan, Miles. It'll be, I believe, Greenfield on offense. Abdullahi will inbounds it to Anthony Carter. Looks like Patterson will meet him at about half court. Quick ref whistle here. Just needed a second for them to wait while he was talking to the scorer's table, and we'll redo that inbounds pass. Once again, it'll be Anthony Carter on offense, controlling the ball for the Hawks. He'll be met by Patterson. Quick the ball to Tanner Phelps. He's trying to get it back to Carter. Screen is set. Ball is loose. Hermsdorf is on it for the Panthers. Here come Oregon. Miles in trouble. He needs to find a pass. He goes to Patterson. All the way to the corner, it's Braden Hermsdorf. Back to the top of the key. Once again, Eric Patterson. Good ball movement by the Panthers. It'll be Evan Miles controlling with Abdullahi on him. Here's Hermsdorf. Now to Schenecker. His shot, 3, no good. Panthers tried a little bit of a press. Now it's Dahir Abdullahi. Shot 3 there is no good from Reed. Miles on the rebound. For the Panthers, here they come. Quickly ahead to Eric Patterson. He tries to go inside to Schenecker, gets the save, and a shot 3 is good by Quentin Bush. Athletic play by Patterson on the assist to Quentin Bush, and a good shot by him. Shortens the Greenfield lead to 2. Broken play there from Patterson, able to save it and get the ball to Quentin Bush. Now outside, it's Dahir Abdullahi for 3, no good. Hermsdorf the rebound. He goes ahead to Patterson. Panthers again in transition. Miles able to control Layup no good. He's fighting for that rebound, cannot get it. Abdullahi up ahead again. Bush tries to guard, no defense, well played, and a foul is going to get Quentin Bush on the shooting foul, sending Abdullahi to the line for 2. McCorkle will check in after this first free throw from Dahir Abdullahi. He'll try to get Greenfield back up to a 4-point lead. Currently at 2. Number 10, Dahir Abdullahi for the Hawks. His first free throw is good. McCorkle in. Miles takes a seat. In for Greenfield, that's number 23, Mason Stieber-Painter. He is in for number 15, Tanner Phelps, who will take a seat for the first time. Miles also taking his first seat in the bench. 13 minutes to go in this one. Abdullahi's second free throw is also good. Greenfield now 4 for 4 from the line. They will not, they do press, kind of. Panthers need some help. They have to go to Schenecker, quickly back to McCorkle, and McCorkle will have to go all up way up the court against Abdullahi. He's poked from behind, but a foul against number 10 for Greenfield will give the Panthers the basketball side out. Coach Siebert helping out there on the ball. Quentin Bush will do the inbounding for the Panthers. They give to McCorkle. He comes across half court. Abdullahi will go with him all the way. Quentin Bush. Screen was set by Schenecker and a travel against Quentin Bush. Trying to get to Hermsdorf, kind of got caught by his own feet there. Couldn't quite get the ball out in time. It'll be Greenfield basketball. Anthony Carter to play the point guard. Patterson will defend. He works in the corner. They go back now to Abdullahi. He steps through. Good pass to Carter. Carter now at the deep logo. They go to the wing here. It is Reed. He works baseline. The through pass. Now extra pass to Carter. His 3 no good. Hermsdorf the rebound. They quickly go to Quentin Bush now at the wing. Back to Hermsdorf. He works ahead. Eric Patterson now down low. It's Casey Schenecker, number 30 for the Panthers. He needs help. Hermsdorf the reverse layup, no good. Greenfield once again on offense. Schenecker defends. Straight down the lane, the layup no good for number 13, Desan Reed. Here's Hermsdorf. He's doubled. Quentin Bush cannot keep it in bounds, out of bounds, turnover. Bit of a miscommunication between Hermsdorf, Schenecker, and Bush. Now Caden Diaz subs back in. Quentin Bush will hit the seats. It's Anthony Carter playing the point once again for Greenfield. Desan Reed swings left. It's Dahir Abdullahi now. Greenfield working back right. Mid-range pull-up is no good. Schenecker on the rebound for Oregon. It's Diaz. He's in the corner for Oregon. Pass goes to McCorkle. They swing left. Here's Hermsdorf at the left wing. Needs some help. He'll hand off Diaz. Thought about the 3 there. Passes it up and goes to Schenecker. Now Carter on the breakaway steal. The layup is good for him. Anthony Carter a steal and score for Greenfield. Now back it's Diaz quickly in the corner. He has to work it back out, and the Panthers setting up the offense. It's Patterson, his pass to Diaz. Panthers working it around the outside. Now it's Casey Schenecker. His pass is tipped away and stolen. Desan Reed in the 2-on-1 with Carter. Good pass, and Carter's layup is good. 2 straight steals and 2 straight scores for Greenfield. It's an 8-point lead for the Hawks. Both by the hands of Anthony Carter. Hermsdorf goes across to McCorkle now. He wants to set a screen. McCorkle uses that screen, goes inside. Patterson. He has to go to Casey Schenecker, but that pass is predicted and stolen by Anthony Carter. Here come Greenfield again. Layup no good, but a foul will send Mason Stieber-Painter to the line. That one's going to go against McCorkle. Panthers looking outsped all the way through. Cannot keep up with this Greenfield squad. Just outpacing them. Stieber-Painter's first is good.
Subs are in for both teams.
2 subs for the Panthers. Hermsdorf and Schenecker hit the bench while Rulsey and Miles check back in. Abdullahi checks out for Greenfield, and back in is Giovanni Blackman. Now the second free throw for Stieber Pinter is good. 10-point lead for Greenfield now. 10:30 to go in the first half. Panthers got to get something going now. Can't find this another situation like Stoughton where they get down big at halftime and can't crawl back into it. McCorkle, corner three, no good. That one's going to go off the hands of the Panthers. Jack Rolsey out of bounds to Greenfield. Another chance on the offensive side for the Hawks. Panthers needing a stop big. It's going to be Carter. Patterson will defend. Screen is set. No switch. Panthers stay on the same players now in the man-to-man. Blackman shakes Diaz. Layup no good. Rebound battled for and controlled there. Good job, Desan Reed, able to get the rebound and the score. Evan Miles, double team. Pass goes off Rolsey's hands. Can't control. Now Desan Reed all the way to the rack. Coast to coast is good. Desan Reed outpowering the Panthers. The corner, it's Caden Diaz. He needs help in trouble. He goes to Miles. Inside, it's Rolsey out of bounds, staying with the Panthers. Desan Reed on the tip out of bounds. 14-point Greenfield lead. Checking in for the first time, it's number 20, Jahari King. Taking a seat, it will be Desan Reed. Also in, it's Tanner Phelps. Looks like he checked in for Elijah Ferguson there. Box look for the Panthers. It's McCorkle on the inbounds. The cross screens from the Panthers to no avail. They have to go all the way over the top to Miles. Thought about the three, passed it up. Patterson instead. No good. Rolsey battling for the rebound and out of bounds, staying with Oregon. Schenecker back into the game. Diaz takes a seat. Big lineup for the Panthers with both Rolsey and Schenecker back on the court now. Casey will inbounds. Needs to find somebody. He goes to Miles in the corner. Guarded by Carter. Now he goes to Schenecker. Good look for Casey. He dials it up. It's good. Good look from Casey Schenecker. The Panthers needed that one. Back down to an 11-point Greenfield lead. Casey Schenecker, the Panthers' best player, making the big-time shots. Good look on the corner. It's Anthony Carter. His three is going to go in and out. Battle for the rebound. Miles puts his shoulder right into the groin area there of Tanner Phelps. Phelps is stealing that one, and a foul is going to go against Miles. Desan Reed back in the game. Stieber Pinter now taking a seat for Greenfield. It'll be Jahari King inbounding for the Hawks. Box for them. They go over top there. Reed, he loses the handle, but able to keep the ball with Greenfield. Desan Reed works left. Schenecker on the defense, but a good follow away through two for Desan Reed. Gives Greenfield 2 more points. Now it's McCorkle, left corner. They go inside. Jack Rolsey. Back to the corner, McCorkle. He dials up a three, no good. Miles fights for it, but out. Rebounded by Giovanni Blackman. Miles fighting for the steal. He gets it. Outpowers Miles. Now good pass to Patterson inside and a travel against Patterson. Had Rolsey tried to do too much. Panthers could have had another 2 points to put on that Toros Insurance scoreboard, but a travel for Patterson will not allow that to happen. Quentin Bush back into the game, gives Evan Miles a rest. 13-point Greenfield lead now. 8:22 to go in the first half. McCorkle pressured that pass, but it'll stay with Greenfield. Now it's Anthony Carter. He's guarded by Patterson once again. They go back top, Giovanni Blackman. Double team, tough pass to Carter. His layup is good. The left-handed hook for Anthony Carter. Schenecker all the way, coast to coast, is fouled on the way up. So Casey will shoot 2, now looking to put the lead back to 13 points as it is 29-14 right now. Panthers got to defend Anthony Carter a little better because he's giving them all the work. Schenecker's first free throw, no good. Needing these points, they got to make them count. Dahir Abdullahi back in the game. Carter will take a seat. Two players who've given Oregon the most trouble sub for one another. Scheneker's second free throw also no good. Relsey goes to the ground battling with Tanner Phelps, but Greenfield gets the rebound. Back ahead quickly. Here's Desan Reed dialing up a three, and a travel by Desan Reed. Took 3 steps stepping into that three. Now it's Hermsdorf. He subs for Relsey. Backcourt side out for the Panthers. Abdullahi will come up to pressure Scheneker. Now it drops back as Casey plays the point. The big man for the Panthers playing the point guard. Now it's Hermsdorf. He works inside. McCorkle drives baseline. Needs some help, and he's out of bounds. Panthers shooting themselves in the foot right now at the last couple of possessions. Sloppy turnovers. Here's Abdullahi at the logo, guarded by Quentin Bush. He goes Reed. Reed now working inside with the left hand. That's no good. Scheneker wants to push. In transition come the Panthers. He goes to the corner, Quentin Bush. Back to the top of the key, Hermsdorf merely passes out. Inside, here's Casey with the right, no good. Had a good look there from under the basket. Couldn't quite get that one to go. Dahir Abdullahi working, now stepping inside. The layup no good, fighting for it at Scheneker. And a foul is gonna go against Tanner Phelps, I believe. Correct, Tanner Phelps. Diaz will come get McCorkle. Miles as well checking in.
Subs are in.
Carter back in for Abdullahi and Greenfield. Patterson takes a seat for the Panthers as Miles comes back into the game. Clock now under 7 minutes in the first half. 15-point Greenfield lead. Here's Evan Miles working top of the key. He goes to Caden Diaz. Hermsdorf screen. Now over to Casey Scheneker. Hand off to Miles. Miles miscommunication. Nobody there, and the pass goes right out of bounds. 2 subs for Greenfield as number 15 and number 20 go to the bench. That's Jahari King and Tanner Phelps into the game for them. Elijah Ferguson as well as Mason Stever-Pinter. Anthony Carter will play the point once again for Greenfield. Evan Miles will defend now with Eric Patterson on the bench. Here's number 1, Giovanni Blackman. He spins inside, working with Quentin Bush. Bush, tight defense played against Blackman. He drives baseline. The pass through the baseline, no good in the 3 there. But the offensive rebound for Stever-Pinter. Shot 3 for Blackman, no good, just a bit too strong. Panthers fighting themselves for the rebound, and they are able to communicate and get the ball. Here comes Evan Miles, quickly ahead. Needs help, here's Hermsdorf. Diaz wants to go inside. Pass is tipped away and out of bounds. Staying with the Panthers as Stever-Pinter couldn't save it. I'm going to say, knowing Hermsdorf personally, he's got to take a couple more shots. I mean, I know it's not his role for the Panthers, but he's got a lot of really completely open looks. He's passing up immediately. Scheneker needs help. He's got to go over top. Miles cannot control. They go to the corner. It's Quentin Bush. Top of the key for Scheneker. Panthers want to swing right. They go inside. Had Bush, but stolen away by Stever-Pinter. He wants to go coast to coast through Diaz, and a foul on Caden Diaz. Looked like all ball from my position up here, but we'll go with the ref's call of a shooting foul against Diaz, sending Stever-Pinter to the line for 2. Greenfield can get the lead to 17 on this possession. Also in the bonus now of the Hawks. The first free throw is good. Believe that makes the Hawks 7 for 7 from the line, which is exactly what you got to do if you want to win basketball games, is not miss from 3. Or not miss from the free throw line, I beg your pardon. And there it is, 8 for 8. Miles now will work it ahead for the Panthers. The senior point guard. They go to Diaz, left corner, back to Miles now. He's guarded again by Carter. Trying to go through the contact, that layup no good. Hermsdorf fighting for it. Tipped all around, but Carter able to get the rebound. Corner 3, good look there, is buried. Elijah Ferguson, timeout Panthers.
Timeout,
20-point Greenfield lead against your Oregon Panthers. Panthers outpaced in every way, and Greenfield just outworking the Panthers so far. Not a good showing out of the Panthers after coming off a loss against the rival Stoughton Vikings. Panthers are going to need to battle in this last 5 minutes if they want any hope is staying into this one. Got to get the offense going. 14 points in the first half after 18 points in Wednesday's first half. Cannot happen. Got to get some scores and string them together and then stop Greenfield. Greenfield outworking the Panthers on the offensive end all night long. Panthers defense not able to do well against Greenfield. Haven't seen a style of offense like this one, the quick up-tempo pace. Both Stoughton and Bigfoot were not equipped for this type of offense, and the Panthers clearly showing that they're not used to battling teams that played offense like this. And it shows. Up back out on the court for the Panthers, the same five of Hermsdorf, Schenecker, Miles, Bush, and Diaz, and it is Panther ball on offense, down 20. Miles playing the point for Oregon here. They want to get the ball to Diaz at the wing. Diaz in trouble already. Goes to Hermsdorf on the give and go. The foul on the way up. No good. The shot was no good. Hermsdorf's going to shoot two. See what the Panthers can do from the line after Schenecker missed his two. The only two free throws so far for the Panthers. Now it'll be Braden Hermsdorf shooting two. His first, no good. 0 for 3 are the Panthers. And 8 for 8 are the Vikings, so an 11-point swing. Second from Herms is good. Carter on offense for the Hawks. Clock now ticks down to 5 minutes in the first half. Miles guarding Carter. Diaz almost got a hand on that one, but the pass is through. They want it back to Carter. Now he swings left to the left wing. Bush defends Giovanni Blackman. Now at the right wing, it'll be Anthony Carter once again. He works all the way back out to the half-court line. Miles will defend him there. All the way in, behind the back, step-back layup, step-back mid-range shot is good. Miles wants to go quickly now. Good pass from Bush. They go inside to Hermsdorf. Back inside to Schenecker. The left-hand layup, no good. Casey was in traffic there. Couldn't get the through contact layup. Now here is Mason Stieber-Pinter. Short. Trying to save it. There is number 3, Elijah Ferguson, but he throws it off the baseline. Miles will inbound for Oregon. 21-point Greenfield lead. Bush goes ahead. It's Diaz inside to Hermsdorf. That one's stolen away. Desan Reed up ahead for Giovanni Blackman. Bush jumping right into Elijah Ferguson. The layup no good, so 2 free throws coming. First from Ferguson, no good. Sub is in, it's Phelps taking a seat, Mason, Stieber-Pinter. Second free throw now is also no good, so no, but Hermsdorf blocking after losing the rebound. That one gonna go out of the hands of Phelps. Panthers able to get the ball. They go inside at 7 Miles. He wants to go through 3. Loses the ball, stolen. Up ahead Ferguson and a tack on Evan Miles. So technical free throw. Shooting it will be Anthony Carter. Miles' first tech of the season. He's obviously a very vocal player for the Panthers. Caused the tech to happen against Bigfoot, but the other player got the tech for shoving Evan. And of course was going back and forth with Ty Fernholtz in the game against Stoughton. His first technical of the season, and 1 for 2 goes Anthony Carter. 2 subs as Miles and Hermsdorf will take a seat in the bench. Back in, it's Rolsey and Patterson. 22-point Greenfield lead and the ball. They want Anthony Carter with it. Patterson will defend. Phelps wants to set a screen for Carter. Now he gets the screen set. They go inside. Dasan Reed, good cut, and the layup is good. Schenecker can't keep up.
Reed for 2.
Now it's Casey. He'll bring the ball up. Going to Patterson, left wing. Patterson now swings top of the key. They go right. Now right corner, it's Rolsey. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Rolsey needing help and trouble. Goes to Schenecker. Pop shot 3, no good. Dasan Reed quickly ahead. Hands off to Carter. Carter will now slow it down with Diaz on the defense. Here's Carter. Thought about a 3. Working on Diaz, goes to the corner. It's Tanner Phelps. Ball back to Carter. He goes baseline now. Gives Diaz a shoulder. Dasan Reed. Euro step layup, no good. Ball batted around into the net. Tough one for the Panthers there. Diaz now. Pop 3 is buried. Caden Diaz trying to get the Panthers back into this one. 23-point Greenfield lead. Diaz, the light-up shooter that he is, can get the Panthers back into this one in a hurry, and that's what he's trying to do. Down the defense, there a foul. It's going to be a travel on Giovanni Blackman. Sub is McCorkle. Diaz hits the bench. No, he won't. I beg your pardon. Quentin Bush hits the bench. Timeout Greenfield. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first half. Panthers down by 23 against Greenfield. Greenfield still kind of, dominating this matchup. Caden Diaz with a 3 in the last possession. They're going to need a lot more of those if they want to get back into this one. We saw that lead for Stoughton in the last game was 18 points at halftime. Now, we'll see what the lead is for Greenfield at halftime. If it's less than 18 or if it's more than 18, we'll find out. Now, I would like to mention that ongoing support from local business partners help make this broadcast possible. You can become a sponsor of OCA media programs like this. For more information, contact the email paul@ocamedia.com. Well, timeout is over. It'll be Panther basketball. They want to bring Carter to guard. Now they bring up McCorkle to play the point. They will bring up Elijah Ferguson to meet McCorkle. Now dropping off. Pass tipped. Schenecker in trouble. That's out of bounds. Staying with Oregon. Schenecker will inbound pass. He goes to Rolsey. Rolsey wants to work inside. Now spinning. The right-handed layup is good.
Rolsey for 2.
Good soft touch by Rolsey there, working all the way inside, Easy as it'll be for Jack. Screen is set by Phelps. They get the switch on to Rolsey. Now working inside. Good handoff. Tanner Phelps' layup is short, but he gets the rebound over the much shorter Patterson, and the putback is good.
Phelps for 2.
Casey Schenecker now. Dasan Reed getting in there. It's going to go out of bounds to Greenfield off of Casey. Hands are all over Schenecker, and he loses the ball there. 2 subs are in for Greenfield.
Subs in for Greenfield.
Jahari King and Mason Stever-Pinter in. Elijah Ferguson takes a seat, as well as Tanner Phelps. It's going to be Anthony Carter. They want to get a play set. Switch is on. They go to the corner. Good look. No good. Rolsey back ahead for Oregon. He goes to Patterson. Head fake. Now Schenecker. His 3, no good. Air ball for Casey. Jahari King will be guarded by Rolsey. Now it's Stever-Pinter. His 3 is short. Good look on the corner again. It's Jahari King. No good again. 2 rebounds in a row for Desan Reed. Another 3. That one is good. Well, when you get to shoot 3 threes in one possession, a lot of the time you're going to get one of them to go down. Now it's Jack Rossi. He spins on Stieber Pinter. Wide open look for Patterson. Can't get it to go. Stieber Pinter in some trouble, but Carter able to go ahead. Now to Sanri. Good look in the corner. Jahari driving inside. No good. That was Jahari King. Schenecker going to get into trouble. All the way to the rim. It's good. Easy as you like, Casey Schenecker, the 6'5" forward all the way to the rim. Greenfield can get the last shot. Anthony Carter will be the one taking it, I presume. Nope. Here is Stieber Pinter. Good look, no good though. And we will head to halftime from Oregon High School. It is 46-22 Greenfield.
46, Oregon, 22.
A 24-point Hawk lead at halftime will send us to our halftime. Well, Panthers just looked outplayed in the first half, and they're going to need to change something up big if they want to have any chance climbing back into this one, or they might fall to 1-2. But we will be back with the start of the second half in just a couple of minutes. You are watching Panther basketball on OCA Media. Well, back at Oregon High School here, just about at the end of halftime. About 2 minutes till we get going again, and it is 46-22 Greenfield. Dominating showing against the Panthers so far in this one. Panthers have yet to emerge from the tunnel out of the locker room, and I would imagine Coach Siebert is giving them an earful right now, but we'll see what the Panthers can do in the second half. As you remember, in the last one against Stoughton, they were down 18 at halftime, and they managed to get within one in 10 minutes of time. So, will we see a similar showing here in this second half, or will it be Greenfield all the rest? Find out here on OCA Media. Once again, I would like to thank Tor Horse Insurance for being our scoreboard sponsor. Tor Horse has been a major sponsor of OCA Media programming for many years, specializing in personal, business, and life insurance. Locally owned since 1978. Well, just a minute before the start of this second half, and the Panthers have still yet to emerge from the tunnel. Refs back out, Greenfield back out, and the Panthers are still in that locker room. Greenfield's heads over to the bench to listen to what Coach Ryan DePau has to say. I'd like to also mention that you can watch this and other OCA programs on demand on our YouTube channel. Visit ocamedia.com for more information. Well, there are your Panthers finally emerging from the tunnel with just under 30 seconds till we get underway in the second half. That body language tells a story. I mean, we'll see what comes of it in the second half, but right now Panthers are being out-battled in every facet. As much as I hate to say it. Love the boys, love our Panthers, but something's got to change in this second half of action, and I think Coach Siebert's going to have something up his sleeve that
Here
will.
we go as we get ready for the second half of play. Greenfield ball coming in to start.
Well, as you heard, it'll be Greenfield basketball with 18-minute half. The Panthers bring out the starting five, as do Greenfield. First time we've seen Dahir Abdullahi in the last about 20 minutes of total time, and about last 10 minutes of game time. He didn't play about in the last 8 minutes in. That'll be Abdullahi playing the point. McCorkle will defend as we start our second half. Handoff goes to Carter. Him and Abdullahi work together to dominate the Panthers in the first half, as well as Desan Reed. Here is Abdullahi. Kicks out to Reed. Reed working on Schenecker. He goes inside. At the free throw line, passes back out inside here. Reed's layup is good.
Reed for two.
Up ahead, Evan Miles. Jump stop. You got to be careful not to travel. Needing some help, finds McCorkle. Good look on the corner. Jack Rolsey, shot three, no good. First shot from the Panthers, no good. First shot from the Hawks was good. Tells you so about the rest of the game. Desan Reed again, no good. Here is McCorkle. Quick, good pass to Schenecker. Way too quickly. His layup no good, and slams down to that hardwood floor. It'll be Carter. He goes to Dahir Abdullahi. The right-handed layup no good. That'll be out of bounds, though, off the two Panther rebounders. Only one Greenfield player in the area, but it'll stay with Greenfield. Shot themselves in the foot there, and a minute is gone in our second half. Greenfield up 26 now. They're going to get it inside. Diaz, good steal. He's up ahead. Now working. Pull-up three for Caden Diaz, straight through.
Diaz
The junior, his third three of the night. He's going to be who have the Panthers have to play through, their only player who has closed the double figure so far. Caden Diaz, 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. He guards Giovanni Blackman beyond the arc. It'll be Desan Reed. Now they go to Carter. Back in the corner, Blackman once again. Jab step finds Dahir Abdullahi. Carter now works inside. Through the double team, back outside Abdullahi. Works on McCorkle. The spinning right-handed shot, no good, but gets his own offensive rebound, finds Desan Reed. Toe on the line, no good. Rolsey wants to push. Finds Casey. And he is absolutely ran into it. Desan Reed, and Reed slow to get up. Took a lot of the brunt of that hit from the big-bodied Casey Schenecker. Reed holding the back of his head there. Lisa Folks, our trainer here at Oregon High School, runs out to Reed. Helps the big man up. And he'll get a sub. Mason Stieber-Pinter subbing in for Reed. Hard foul there. But, of course, just a common foul. Nothing malicious about that one. Well, it'll be Rolsey. He'll check in. He'll inbound here. Good look in the corner. McCorkle. Shot three. It's good. And a timeout. Greenfield. Panthers now 2 threes on back-to-back possessions. Back down to a 20-point lead.
Timeout Greenfield.
Panthers are going to have to do a lot of three-point shooting and a lot of three-point making if they want to find back into this.
Winner of the 50-50 Wanna Wish Week.
But, you know, Panthers now down by 20 after being down by 26 just a minute ago. Panthers going to need to get a lot more stops in the defensive end, and they want to keep getting good looks on the three-point line. They can maybe find a way back into this one. Of course, that second one was McCorkle. The first was Diaz. They're going to play through a lot of their shooters, so I'm going to expect Casey Schenecker to be more of a facilitator in this one. But he does have 2 threes himself tonight in the first half. Jack Rolsey, not exactly the best shooting player on the team, but he can dial it up from 3. There's no player on this team that I think should be uncomfortable shooting a 3, so I mean, really, anyone get a good look, take that shot. No player on this team is a bad shooter, so that's one of the things that Coach Siebert talked to me about, how he prides himself on this team being one of the deepest teams that he's ever coached. Panthers, the same 5 will come out of the timeout, as will be the case for Greenfield. It'll be the Hawks on offense with 2 minutes into this second half. Dahir Abdullahi playing the point. He goes to Carter. Handoff back to Abdullahi. Screen is set. He works through it. Runs. Good pass there. Anthony Carter wide open from 3. It's straight through. Miles kind of got lost in traffic there, and Carter found himself wide open. Now it's Caden Diaz, number 14 for the Panthers. Finds Rolsey. Rolsey wanted Schenecker. He works inside. Good cut by Miles, but is swatted away there by what looked to be Giovanni Blackman. Panthers get it back, though, on a trouble pass there from the Greenfield Hawks. Ooh, tough pass there from the Panthers, but able to keep control. Diaz is swatted, gets his own rebound. Now it's Schenecker. Head fake, he works inside. Good look from Rolsey, dialing up a 3, no good. Jack gets his own rebound. He works inside through Tanner Phelps, but Phelps with the block. And then also off the backboard, but I'd give the block to Phelps. Now it's Greenfield again. Couple of chances there for the Panthers, couldn't get any points on the board. Through contact, no good for Blackman. Diaz the rebound. He wants to run. Goes to Rolsey. Extra pass to Schenecker through contact, then a foul on the way up. We'll give Casey 2 free throws. It will be Casey Schenecker shooting 2. First is short. Well, 15 minutes on your second half clock. A sub is in. Desan Reed in for Phelps. Second free throw is good for Schenecker. 22-point Hawk lead. Clock under 15 to go now. Here is Abdullahi, guarded by McCorkle. Good look from Reed. He passes it up, working on Schenecker. At the elbow, passes it out to the wing. Reed gets it back on the corner. He drives baseline. A little bit too strong on the pass through the hands of Anthony Carter out of bounds. 3 subs are into the game. It's Henry Kreckman, Jr., guard, as well as Braden Hermsdorf and Eric Patterson. McCorkle, Miles, and Rolsey will take a quick seat. Here is Kreckman. He goes to Diaz. Hermsdorf, top of the key. Now it's Patterson. They go to Hermsdorf. Can he save it? He can to Kreckman. Good pass by Henry. Patterson works back out to Henry Kreckman. In trouble, goes to Hermsdorf. Panthers, good ball movement on this possession. They go to Schenecker. Now in the right corner, it is Hermsdorf. That pass tipped. Schenecker able to keep it in Oregon possession. Casey needs help. He goes to Caden Diaz, guarded by Blackman. Now it's Patterson. Long possession for the Panthers inside to Schenecker. He's inside, and a foul on Anthony Carter. In for Greenfield is Elijah Ferguson. Taking a seat is Giovanni Blackman. Box look for the Panthers on the inbounds pass. Minute-long possession. Schenecker needs to get it in. He goes to Hermsdorf, that very tall Braden Hermsdorf. Quick pass to Kreckman. Now it's Patterson. Panthers got to get something here in this very long possession. Here's Caden Diaz. They go back to the Kreckman in the corner. Inside Hermsdorf, curl cut and a foul on that layup. Hermsdorf will shoot 2. Good work together by Kreckman and Hermsdorf. Good curl cut by Braden. Able to get a foul. Now Braden's first. Went 1 of 2 earlier from the line. This free throw is good. Now the back end for Braden Hermsdorf. That one's short. Board goes to Anthony Carter. Here is Carter. He works against Patterson. Screen is set. Now Desan Reed wants to work on Casey. And a travel is going to go against Anthony Carter away from the play. Don't know what they got him for, but it'll be an offensive foul on Anthony Carter. So Panther basketball, 13:26 to go. 21-point Greenfield lead. Diaz goes to Casey. Now curl cut for Hermsdorf. He works on Carter. Good spin and finish by the freshman Braden Hermsdorf. Good athleticism from Braden, working directly around Carter. Here's Dahir Abdullahi. Kreckman defends. Abdullahi to the rack and a foul against Kreckman. We'll send Abdullahi to the line for 2. The first from Dahir Abdullahi. That'll go straight through. Diaz takes a seat for Quentin Bush. Anthony Carter gets a rest. Back into the game, it's Giovanni Blackman. 20-point Hawk lead. Here's Abdullahi's second, no good. Panthers fighting for it, can't get it in a combined block there from Schenecker and Hermsdorf, but off of them, it'll go out of bounds. Just under 13 minutes to go in this one. Here's Abdullahi. He is pushed by Quentin Bush. They go to Abdullahi in the corner. He's unguarded. Straightaway look from 3 is straight through for Dahir Abdullahi. Back up to a 23-point lead. Kreckman hands to Hermsdorf. Braden's got a wide open look, decides to pass it up. Now Quentin Bush will work inside and find Kreckman. Oh, Hermsdorf, the long hands of his, able to corral that pass. And Casey Schenecker, the spin and 1. Good job by Casey with the left to control through the contact and then get the layup to go along with the foul. So a chance for a 3-point play for the Panthers' big man is no good. Panthers fighting for it. That one's tipped up in the air. Panthers still fighting for it, but Greenfield controls. Panthers already into the bonus as well, with still 12.5 minutes to go in this second half. Panthers certainly battling. Here's Abdullahi again. He works inside. Good look on the corner there from 3 is buried by Elijah Ferguson. Casey wants to run. He hands off to Bush. Quentin got Patterson. Head fake by Eric. He drives baseline, kicks out to Casey. Casey's shot from 3 is no good. No follow on the rebound. It's going to be Desan Reed controlling. Up the court he comes. Under 12 minutes in the game. In the corner, it's Blackman. He goes baseline. Spinning with the left hand, it's no good. Kreckman will be guarded by Desan Reed. Kreckman to Quentin Bush. His three up and out. Casey the rebound with the left hand. That is good. Falling onto Braden Hermsdorf, who was all over the ground there. 22-point Greenfield lead. We have Dahir Abdullahi. Now Ferguson back to Abdullahi. In the corner, that was Blackman. Dahir working inside. Here's Blackman, rim run, it's good. In the corner, Patterson. Nobody guarding him, but the three is no good. Eric's had two wide open shots, hasn't been able to capitalize in this game, but good looks nonetheless. Here is a good look from Desan Reed, and he makes that one go. Up to 26 again for Greenfield. Now Quentin Bush. Here's the Kreckman again. And a foul is going to go against Desan Reed, working hard against Casey Schenecker. Subs are in for both teams. You're going to have Diaz and Miles in. Quentin and Casey Schenecker and Henry Kreckman will go to the bench. Three subs in is Abdullahi, Blackman, and Ferguson to hit the bench. In Jeremiah Smith, as well as Jahari King and Anthony Carter's also back into the game. Well, Panthers have played a much better second half here so far, but Greenfield matching every step of the way keeps the lead at 26. Casey shooting bonus free throws in the 1-and-1. The front end is going to rattle out no good, and Carter with the rebound for Greenfield. Here is Anthony Carter going slowly, 10 minutes to go into the game. Eric Patterson will defend. Now they go to Desan Reed. Right corner, Jahari King will work back to the top of the key. Now to the left side, Mason Stieber-Pinter. Desan Reed works on Schenecker, no good on the fall away, mid-range. Bush goes to Diaz. Diaz now dumps off to Casey Schenecker working inside, no good, tough look. Rebound goes to Greenfield. Now tipped away, it's Schenecker. Schenecker ahead, Desan Reed will not foul, almost, but Schenecker on the left-handed layup, it's good. Here is Mason Stieber-Pinter. Now they go over to King. Ball here with Anthony Carter. Jab, steps back. Carter now driving inside. The running layup is good. Good job by Anthony Carter to get open and get a score. Quentin Bush, now Diaz wide open. The sharpshooter is short on his three. His first three-point miss of the night. Braden Hermsdorf will switch off of Carter as Patterson defends. Head fake by Reed. Hermsdorf can't quite get a hand on that. They go back left. Carter straight away three, no good. Diaz gets the rebound. Panthers working ahead to Schenecker. Patterson receives the pass in the corner, runs to the elbow. Swung back to Casey. His straightaway three, no good. That'll be out of bounds, though, off of Greenfield. Panthers with a chance to sub. It's going to be Wallenk, Rolsey, McCorkle, and Miles in. Schenecker, Diaz, Bush, and Patterson take a seat. The only player staying in will be Braden Hermsdorf. Box for the Panthers. They got nobody. Billy's got to get it in, though, and he goes to Rolsey in the corner. Inside, it's Evan Miles. Reverse lay-in is good. 24-point Hawk lead. Here is number 5, Anthony Carter. They go left corner. It's Desan Reed. Back to top of the key. Here's Pinter. Handoff goes to number 20 there, Jahari King. King's going to be defended by Rolsey. They swing back left to Desan Reed. Pinter now in a reach will go against Billy McCorkle. Side out for Greenfield. Foul is on McCorkle. Pinter will inbound. 3 subs for Greenfield. Desan Reed takes a seat. Jahari King takes a seat, and Stieber Pinter also takes a seat. Phelps back into the game. Blackman back into the game. And Dahir Abdullahi back into the game. Here is Blackman. Now goes to Abdullahi. Screen is set by Abdullahi. Blackman working on McCorkle. Has to hand off to Phelps. Hermsdorf will guard Phelps and just slaps that one out of the hands of Phelps, but off of Phelps, out of bounds. Great play by Hermsdorf. Here's Evan Miles playing on the point for Oregon. Braden Hermsdorf, guarded by Phelps, hands off to McCorkle. McCorkle gets to the elbow, goes inside off of the hands of Dahir Abdullahi. Sub for Greenfield. It's going to be Elijah Ferguson for Jeremiah Smith. Miles, Rolsey sizing up the defender, and a layup there as Giovanni Blackman just gets outsized. This will be Anthony Carter. Carter working on Miles. Great handles by Carter. Now they go over to Ferguson. He passes off to the corner. Giovanni Blackman, my bad, beg your pardon. Here's Carter, he goes inside. Tanner Phelps will work on Hermsdorf, back to the corner. A little bit of a lazy pass there, but Carter able to keep the handle on it and kind of just tosses that one up off the hands of McCorkle out of bounds. 6 minutes left in this one. It'll be Greenfield basketball up 22. Kind of a dominating showing all throughout by the Hawks. See if the Panthers have any effort late in this one to kind of get a couple points back. Ferguson works on Wallenk. Hermsdorf on the help, contests. Wallenk can't get the rebound. Carter, the pull-up mid-range jumper, rims out. Hermsdorf gets the rebound. McCorkle ahead to Miles. Miles all the way through on Carter. Can't get the tough shot to go, but Rolsey rebounds. Swatted away by Tanner Phelps. The 6'6" Tanner Phelps swatting away Jack Rolsey. Corner 3 is buried from Elijah Ferguson. Miles goes ahead to Hermsdorf. Miles straight away 3, no good. Wallenk fighting for a rebound, he gets it. McCorkle has a chance in the corner, but passes out. Here's Wallenk again. The junior, number 44 for the Panthers. Rolsey takes a screen, steps inside, swatted away by Phelps. Offensive board from Miles. Goes to Hermsdorf. Tough shot, no good. Hermsdorf rebound. Foul on the floor. Will keep the ball with Oregon. Believe they got Abdullahi on that foul. Diaz in, Wallenk takes a seat, Carter takes a seat for Greenfield. Into the game for them is Braden Seidler. Miles takes a seat, Bush into the game also for Oregon. Braden Hermsdorf shooting 2. I believe, actually no, shooting a 1-and-1. My bad. Front end, no good. Panthers fighting for the rebound. They will not get that. Abdullahi up ahead. It's Giovanni Blackman. Pull up 3, no good. Off rim, batted around. Seidler keeps it in. Now back to Abdullahi. He works to Blackman. Blackman drives baseline, crosses over Caden Diaz. Good ball fake there. Abdullahi inside, loses it, gets it back. Corner 3 from Seidler is no good. Gets his own rebound on that one. Diaz defending Blackman. Blackman will work back out to the logo. Now back inside, behind the back, into the lane. No good with the right hand. Rulsey wants to run. He will. All the way coast to coast. The 2 is good, Jack Rulsey. Outsizing everyone on the court, Jack Rulsey just goes right to the rim. It's Abdullahi. He's guarded heavily by McCorkle. Now in the corner, Seidler will work against Rulsey. And a foul against Jack Rulsey before the before the ball was taken out of the hands of Seidler. Braden Seidler, the 6'4", 10th grader, wears the teal shoes. Into the game for Greenfield is Jahari King. He takes Dahir Abdullahi out of the game for presumably the final time tonight, being that Greenfield's up 23. Good showing by Abdullahi tonight, dominating the Panthers. Good look from 3 is Seidler, no good again. Bush able to get the rebound and goes to McCorkle. McCorkle's got to go bring it up now. Long pass to Hermsdorf. Wow, Braden Hermsdorf. Good pass from McCorkle, looking like Aaron Rodgers out there. Well, not Aaron Rodgers this season, but. And good grab by Hermsdorf and able to get that layup to go. Now it's Diaz. He guards Blackman. McCorkle will guard Jahari King. Hawks want to work left. Blackman goes to the corner. It's Seidler now, guarded by Rulsey. Back to the corner. Once again, it'll be Blackman. He works right on Diaz. All the way to the lane. Good find there. Jahari King can't get the layup to go. Buck gets his own rebound. Working and fighting, and a travel. Yep, okay. I thought that would be the call, but I wanted to wait until he made the signal. Desan Reed back in, taking the place of Tanner Phelps. Seidler will also hit the bench, and I believe it was going to be, yeah, it's Elijah Ferguson checking back into the game. Just about 3 minutes and change to go in this game here from Oregon High School between the Greenfield Hawks and your Oregon Panthers. Quentin Bush able to keep that pass in. Uses the Rulsey screen somewhat. Now Diaz at the right wing, working on Ferguson. Crosses over twice, now goes to Quentin Bush. Left corner, working on Jahari King. Inside, back out McCorkle, straightaway 3, no good. Rebound goes to Stieber Pinter. Up ahead come Greenfield. Diaz tips that one out of bounds, staying with Greenfield. Caden Dixon will check in now, as well as Jack Kreckman. Those two head on into the game. Hermsdorf, Rulsey take a seat for presumably also the final time of the night. Now into the game for Greenfield, it's going to be Jelante Smith. Taking a seat is Blackman. They also go ahead and get Spencer Bauer into the game. Out comes Desan Reed. Great showing from him tonight. Was all over Casey Schenecker. Now it's Stieber Pinter. They work right to Ferguson. Back left, it's Jahari King. Fake there by Smith. Now back top of the key. Stieber Pinter works on Dixon. Now Jahari King. Fake on McCorkle. Works inside, pass back out. Good look from 3 is no good. Jack Kreckman grabs the rebound, and he'll bring it ahead for the Panthers. Quentin Bush, straightaway 3, no good. Kreckman able to grab the rebound, goes to Diaz in the corner. Thought about a 3, now finds Kreckman. Back to Diaz, good work by the 2, but Diaz is swatted away by Elijah Ferguson. It was a good give and go by Kreckman, Diaz couldn't quite get that layup to go before he was blocked. Here's Elijah Ferguson, goes to Jahari King. That's going to be a 2, no good though. Dixon the rebound, goes ahead to Quentin Bush. Minute 30 to go. Tipped away, Jahari King ahead. Dixon's going to run with him. Ooh, almost a swat, Jahari King with the 2. Ahead, it's McCorkle. He's going to run baseline. With the right, swatted away. Stieber Pinter. Beg your pardon, that was Spencer Bauer on the block. It's going to be a timeout Greenfield for subs. They want to get Seidler, and they also want to get Jeremiah Smith back into the game. as Ferguson and Stieber Pinter take a seat. For Oregon, Dixon, McCorkle, Diaz, and Quentin Bush take a seat into the game. It is Henry Kreckman, Grant Wallenk, and Noah and Xander Lazowski, the twins, the twin juniors. Well, every Oregon player and every player on Greenfield has played in this one. About a minute and change left. Greenfield lead is now 23. Driving inside is King. He goes outside. Seidler, his third three, also no good. Too strong, out of bounds to Oregon. Bauer couldn't save that one. Oh, Xander Lazowski will throw that pass in. Henry Kreckman to play the point now for Oregon. The give is to Wallenk. Left wing goes inside. Xander Lazowski here. It's Jack Kreckman, the older brother of Henry, and Henry's shot three, no good. The rebound to Jahari King of Greenfield. 35 seconds. Greenfield can let this one tick out if they please. I think they'll look to get one more shot up. No, Lazowski couldn't come away with the steal. Overcommits there, and a good look from three is no good from Jelante Smith. Ahead to Henry Kreckman. He works inside, stolen away by Seidler. And I believe that will do it. Clock down to 10 now, and Seidler will elect to dribble this one out. Wallenk comes to meet him, but Greenfield will take this one by a final of 69-46 against your Oregon Panthers at Oregon High School on this Saturday afternoon. Another tough outing for Oregon here, and have now dropped both of their last two games against Stoughton and Greenfield. They'll be back in action here on OCA Media on Tuesday night against the Dodgeville Dodgers. We'll have that one for you at 7:15 p.m. on that Tuesday night. Once again, want to say a special thanks to Toro Horse Insurance for sponsoring our scoreboard. On behalf of OCA Media Sports production crew, myself, thank you, and myself, thank you for watching Panther basketball on OCA Media. You guys have a good night.